Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're just going to kind of do a update slash unboxing. Uh, the moment I've been waiting for, and was all excited to get it, or was able to get it, only to find out later that it's a regret. Seems like everything that I try to accomplish turns into a regret. So, but anyway, hope you guys are having your Trump coffee, and I wanted to go over what's going on. I don't know. I went to Virginia to try to find a place with no success, and I felt like that because of my criteria and my son's criteria wasn't the same, that I was holding them back from getting their own place, and for them to get their own place is more important than me being a third wheel in their lives. So I graciously backed out and decided I will find another way. It's not fair to my son to throw my disadvantage on him. So, call it whatever you want. Bad luck, no luck. I don't know what the hell you call it. But the fact remains that I don't want my life and the uncertainty of it to pour over onto their lives. Their lives are just starting. Mine's at its end. Not soon enough, but it's at an end. But anyway, let's go ahead and show what we got with less enthusiasm than I would have if life hadn't took a turn to the worst. I almost went and canceled my order, and simply because what came up in my life was more important than it, but I didn't, and I'll probably come to regret the whole deal. But anyway, I'll get you down here and we'll do it on the living room floor here. I'll show you what we've got. Alright guys, I've already taken it out of the cardboard box that it was in, and we got the Gauntlet 2, and it's a 25 caliber, 2100 PSI regulator, 50 plus shots, and 985 feet per second with lead pellets. It is removable 4500 PSI air cylinder, bolt action, 8-shot magazine, 46 or 48, I think it's 48, can't hardly tell, going blind guys. 48 or 46, either one, whatever you decide it is, we'll go with that. And adjustable cone. Now, if this thing is anything like the original Gauntlet, we actually have something here. Well, first of all, we have an owner's manual and a Numerac sticker. I wish they would have gave me a bigger one to put on my whatever I use for a backsplash. Life's so damn uncertain with me. Shit, can't even anticipate nothing. We got 2 magazines. And the beauty part about it is this gun will accept the other gauntlets, the first gauntlet's clips. So that just added more clips to both guns. And whatever this is, I'll get it out sooner or later. Single shot tray, which I never use. If I wanted a single shot, I'd buy a single shot. And then we got our degas tool and some tape. And then we've got the gauntlet. Seems pretty light. And we got a bag. And then we've got the tag on it. Sounds a little hollow here, but I don't think that it will, under normal using, let me turn you around here, under normal conditions that you would be using this, you're not going around in the woods doing this. You would actually have to do that to make it sound cheesy. I'm not much on synthetic stocks, but this one's actually not a bad stock. They went after the hammer look. Alright, we got some squeaking going on here. Alright, I've got a M-lock system coming for it, so I wish I'd have known that. I would already have it here. And then we've got the adjustable cheek comb. I'm not real sure what this hole here is for. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that also proves that this is hollow. So then we got our degassing hole. Then we've got, it's actually rubber, rubber butt pad, plastic cheek comb or cheek rest, adjustable. Then we've got Picatinny dovetail on the top, which I think is getting ready to become the new standard for air rifles. I think that was a great idea because there's always, I mean, it happens every single time. You have one or the other, not both, and it's always the one you don't have that this is ready for. So this actually takes care of that situation. That situation will never happen again unless you just don't have none. Alright, so then we've got the barrel band. Feels like it's aluminum. I would imagine there is an O-ring inside there that keeps that thing from chattering or rattling. Alright, and then we've got the 24 cubic inch 4500 psi bottle with your Phil Foster here on the side. God, I love that Phil Foster, man. And then we've got our gauge on the other side, and that's actually a pretty sharp looking gauge. And then we've got, we'll look and see what we've got. I think that it's 4 baffles. Yep, 4 Gauntlet style baffles. and a spring, and I'm sure there's a stripper. So we'll put that back together. And the bottle is loose. And nothing in it. That's not a good sign. Let me get a magnifying glass here, guys. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like getting a gun that has no air in it. That tells me there's a leak. And I mean, it is dry as a bone, guys. And the bottle's loose. So I guess you have to take the shroud off to straighten that up. That thing was pretty tight once the gauge got right here. So that tells me that this needs to be done exactly like the other Gauntlet. It needs to be readjusted. And I hate readjusting these regulators. I just don't like messing with them. You know, if they work fine, I don't like taking them apart or changing any settings on them. So it's just a matter of taking and loosening up the set screws and turn it to where it locates it into the window and the fill port on the opposite side. So I've got to make that adjustment, and that should have been done from the factory. I'm sorry, I love these gauntlets, but you know, that should have been done at the factory. Alright, we've got this crazy, dumb safety, which I despise. I don't like this, but I like it better than I do the backwards safeties. So just have to live with that, because the Gauntlet is actually that good a gun that this can be lived with. I hardly ever use it anyway on the Gauntlet, simply because I just don't like using it. We got a huge cocking knob that I am probably going to change. So I got to figure out how that's going to happen. It looks to me like there is a rubber insert in the end of it. So I would imagine there's probably some kind of screw in here that holds that on, because it doesn't feel like it turns. So it's not threaded on, I don't believe. It's probably got flat sides on it, and the inside of this has got flat sides, and they mesh together to keep them from turning, and a screw in the end of it. I can almost bet that's what it is. Otherwise, there's really no purpose for putting a rubber insert in the end of this. I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. Alright. So we have decided on what we're going to use for a scope. Now, this Gauntlet here, I would like to use it for squirrel hunting, but we want to try to keep the weight down somewhat. We're already at a 10-pound gun. So I went and got a scope from M&B. I'll get it, and we'll be right back. Alright. So, first of all, we have this one here. And I do believe that it would work on here. And it's got a quick detach on it. This was on my Dragon Claw. I sold my Dragon Claw, so this one came off of it, and I think we're going to try to use it on here. But that would help me for hunting. But man, I sure want to go this route, but this is going to turn it into a bench gun because it's just going to be too heavy. This is a monster of a scope, which actually it's just a bigger tube, really, bigger round. But this one is a ADE, Advanced Optics, and it is a (6 by 25 by 56), and I really like this scope, and I think this Gauntlet would be a nice place to put it. But I bet you any amount of money, by God, it will line up. So let's just take a look at that and see how it's going to look. Well, apparently I don't have it down on there. So we're probably going to find out that it should line up because all Picatinny rails should be the same. Now we're just going to set that on there just for the time being. But here we've got that scope, and I believe we're going to use that Picatinny or that bipod. So let's see if this thing will set up. And let's just kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So there is about a preview of what it would look like. And there really ain't much of a difference in, I mean, it's the same length. In fact, this one's longer than that one. So we may just go with that one on here. We'll see. I still haven't tried the 30 cal yet. So the AEA Challenger 30 cal, I still haven't did a lot of shooting with it yet. Depending on how the shoot goes for that, the big scope may go on it, because that's going to be my hunting rifle. This one here, we may go ahead and put the Westlake on it, and this one is a Westlake 6 by 24 by 50. So we may go this route. I don't know yet. But for some reason I have an O-ring sitting in there. I don't know how that come in there. Probably when I had the I used to have honeycomb filters in this, and I just didn't feel that it was necessary to have the honeycomb filter, and it does kind of impede your view a little bit and makes it darker because you don't have as much light coming into your scope. So I took it out and must have forgot to. I kept that in there to keep it from hitting the glass, and to so it wouldn't scratch the glass, and to keep it from rattling. So that's why it's in there. So there you have my unboxing on the Gauntlet 2. And to be quite honest with you, I thought that Umarex was going to pull another hammer and just keep changing the date, but they didn't this time. We actually got it a couple days earlier than the September the 3rd. So that made this a little bit more bearable to deal with. But look for a review on this. I mean, a shooting test for this gun. I don't know when it's going to happen. It may not happen for a while, and I hate it because that makes me late to the game, which I'm already late to the game with this Gauntlet 2. And tell me what you think, guys. I'm probably going to put this on the 30 cal Challenger and put the Westlake on here, because I simply want to keep this lighter. This one is a heavy scope. I like it better because of the objective. It's not out here, it's here. So I like that part. Lighted reticle, and then your elevation and your windage. I don't know if this thing's going to be hard to cock. Oh my God, it is. It's kind of an awkward bolt. I don't quite like it. I kind of like the bolt on the other one better. That one actually hurts my hand. The ball actually works a little better. Anyway, it'll take some getting used to. The other Gauntlet, it was really hard to cock, and it finally worked itself in and got a little looser. I still got to clean it. Still got to do some WD-40 and stuff like that. As long as it's working fine, I'm not going to take it apart to inspect anything. If I happen to see anything wrong, then yeah, I'll open it up. But I don't see any immediate stuff inside there. It just needs a little bit of WD-40 on the bolt and clean the barrel out real good with WD-40. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys to understand this, what you're buying and what you get when you open your box. I like this Gauntlet, and if this Gauntlet is anything like the first one, you would be holding something, something worth having. Right now, Gauntlet 1, 25 cal, and the Venturi Avenger 25 cal are my best, most accurate guns that I have, and I'm thinking we have a third one coming, so we'll see. You never know, I might have a dud. It doesn't have any air in it. That's not a good sign. I'd like to see at least 1,000 pounds in it. So it don't have anything in it, and it was loose, so that tells me that either they didn't fill the bottle, and just threaded it on there really easy, and then slid this thing on there to put it on, or they filled it up and by the time it got here it leaked out. So one of the two has happened, and I'm hoping that I don't have to fix anything. Because I really don't want to send it back because my future is uncertain, so I need to not get any more transactions out that I've already got to deal with. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.